Hello, everybody. This is William Mendoza, host of the Men on Film podcast. We got something a little different today. Adam and Ryan are not here. It's just me. I'm going solo, and I'm going to be reviewing new movies I saw in the movie theater in the last few weeks. So hopefully this isn't fucking terrible. Please enjoy. Thanks.
She's very pretty. Is that the type of girl you're attracted to?
I am so sorry for what your daddy passed down to you. But I wanted a child.
I'm visiting my mother tomorrow.
Do you ever wish that she was dead?
What?
Beau? Are you on your way?
I'm on my way. It's not safe, is it?
I sincerely doubt that.
I'm sure you'll do the right thing, sweetheart.
Beau is Afraid, 2023, directed by Ari Aster, written by Ari Aster, starring Joaquin Phoenix. This movie is a 3-hour nightmare comedy, and making a 3-hour comedy is a risky move. The best comedies are typically under an hour 45, 90 minutes, 85 minutes if you're lucky. Keeping anything funny going after an hour is difficult. Plus, just dealing with the plot and characters and acting. So you don't see a lot of epic comedies. You don't see a lot of 4-hour-long comedies. You don't see comedy trilogies. You'll never see a comedic Lord of the Rings. You don't see a comedic Harry Potter. You know, comedies, they run out of steam quickly. And the beginning of Beau is Afraid, the first half hour is hilarious. It's amazing. It's like one of the best things I've ever seen, or one of the best things I've seen in a long time. Like, I couldn't believe how good it was because the movie has a lot of mixed buzz. And the beginning of the movie, Joaquin Phoenix, he's a nervous wreck. He lives in, like, Skid Row. He lives in, like, the nastiest downtown of any city you've ever seen. There are literally crazy people in the street stabbing each other. There are naked people running wild. There are people on drugs. There are people screaming and yelling in the middle of the night. Like, he lives in a tenement building. He is afraid of his neighbors. He's a nervous wreck, and you're not really sure what's going on, but it works. Like, is this in his mind? Is this real? Is the movie a satire? Is it an allegory? Ultimately, it doesn't matter because this first half hour is so funny. It's so good that it really sucks that the rest of the movie is not as good. So after this first half hour, the story shifts to an hour-long segment where he's staying with Nathan Lane and Amy Ryan. And this is where the wheels start to fall off a bit. Like, they're like a pro-America, Christian, happy couple. Satirically, this feels like very post 9/11, like, you know, pre-Trump, like George W. Bush America. And there's some really funny scenes in this part, but like I said, it's an hour long. Like, by the end of the sequence, the movie has been on for 90 minutes. It's like the length of a normal comedy. Like, Half Baked is over by this point. Then the next half hour, because the movie's very episodic, we move to a sequence in the woods where Joaquin Phoenix watches a play and is then transported into the play, and his life melts with the play. It's a very confusing sequence. It's easily my least favorite part of the movie. It's not funny at all. And like I said, the first half hour of this movie is hilarious. So for this sequence to come in at 90 minutes is just, it's a brutal slog. And I don't know why he didn't make it funny. It's like, I don't know why he couldn't cut it down to 5 minutes. I think he couldn't editorially cut anything, honestly. So it's just, it's awful. I mean, this sequence is awful. There's all this like cutesy animation, which is okay, but it's not that impressive. And then the last hour of the movie, he goes home to his mother's house, and this is like another hour. And some of this works, some of it doesn't. And Parker Posey shows up. This is like a breath of fresh air in the last hour. Her scene with Beau is amazing. It's like, it's just great. But at the same time, the button on that scene is something we've kind of already, is like a joke we've already experienced before. Like, the movie keeps having these shocking conclusions to these interactions, and it's like you can only shock an audience so much. So ultimately, I love aspects of this movie, but I saw it at 11 p.m. I didn't get out until like 2:30 in the morning. I was tired. The last hour was not good. Maybe it'll grow in me. Maybe it'll work. Like Synecdoche, New York is a similar movie that I didn't really enjoy the first time, or I didn't think everything worked, or I was confused. But later on, that became one of my favorite movies. So I don't know how I'm going to feel about this in the long run, but I can't really recommend it to everyone. It will take up your entire evening to watch this movie. If you see it, maybe it'll be better at 11 a.m., but it's a long movie. It is a long comedy. Like I said, you don't see a lot of comedies this long because by the end, it's just not funny. And it's kind of dumb. And the last scene of the movie is probably the worst scene in the movie. And it feels like something Albert Brooks has done, like in Defending Your Life, or it feels like something out of Idiocracy. It just kind of feels blah. And then the last shot, the last moment is just, it's like a possum playing dead. It's like Ari Aster just was like, I'm done. I'm spent. I don't have anything. This is over. I give up. And the movie ends on like a total downer. And maybe it's supposed to be funny, but it doesn't really, it just doesn't have the energy it needs at the end. I mean, I get it. Like, if you've seen it, you'll get it. It's like, yeah, that's a dark ending, I guess, but I don't know. I give it 2 stars. I can't really recommend it. I love the beginning. The first half hour is a 5-star movie. I mean, like, it's one of the funniest things I've ever seen. The Skid Row stuff is amazing. I'm from San Francisco. I'm used to crazy homeless people. I used to live in Skid Row in LA. Like, I get what it's like to live in these neighborhoods. Like, there was a woman who lived outside my building in LA, downtown, who used to have needles that she would threaten to poke people with. And she said she was HIV infected and that if you got near her, she would poke you with her needles. Like, I know what this vibe is, and he pulls it off. Like, it's hilarious. So it's a mixed, I have mixed feelings. It's a mixed bag. But if you're the kind of person who likes to see everything, you got to see everything, then yeah, it's worth seeing. But if you're just like on the fence, or if you think you're going to see Hereditary or Midsummer, again, you're not. Like, Hereditary is so much better. I rewatched Hereditary like a few days before I watched Beau Was Afraid, and Toni Collette as the mom, there is no character in Beau Was Afraid as complex or as well written. So it's kind of a shame. It feels, you can tell he wrote it before Hereditary. You could tell he wrote it after college. It feels like an immature person's movie. And like I said, like some of the satire feels old, like kind of dated. Like, what is this, George W. Bush era America? Like, this feels played out. So, but you know, Joaquin Phoenix is great. He's always great, but he kind of plays this role a lot. Like, you know, the mumbly loser, socially isolated freak. Like, that's what he's been playing for years now. It's like The Master, Joker, that Lynn Ramsey movie that I can't remember the name right now. So there, like I said, there are some amazing scenes in this movie. There are definitely some scenes that kill, but it's just kind of, it's too much. And it's like by the end, there's so many jokes that are bombing. Like most of the jokes don't work, that it's like, let's wrap this up. And it really sucks saying this because it's easily the most ambitious movie I saw this year. It's the most inspired movie in a lot of ways. Like all the other movies I'm going to give higher reviews to are so much more generic, but they're products, you know, they're like slick products. So Beau is Afraid, 2 stars. Check it out if you love movies. If the idea of sitting there for 3 hours sounds awful, then don't go see it.
1984 has been a tough year. Our sales are down, our growth is down.
Sonny, I brought you in here to grow the basketball business.
People don't know what the hell a Nike is.
What's a Converse?
NBA All-Star shoe.
There's nothing cool about Nike.
You would have to have a pretty compelling pitch.
I can tell them the one thing the other companies can't compete with. Our basketball division is terrible.
I do not love it.
Air 2023, directed by Ben Affleck, written by Alex Convery. Apparently this was rewritten by Ben Affleck and Matt Damon. This movie is about how Nike was able to sign Michael Jordan and how they created the Air Jordan, and basically how they took over the world of basketball shoes. This is a really good movie, but it's also a really bad movie. This movie takes place in 1984. It's full of all these cute, annoying 1984 details. I mean, the characters might as well be walking around with Rubik's Cubes and playing, you know, Atari. Like, the production design, everything is very cutesy. It's not that convincing looking. Aesthetically, it's pretty mediocre. The cinematography is by Robert Richardson. He's one of the best DPs. He shot JFK. He works exclusively now, like mainly exclusively with Martin Scorsese and Quentin Tarantino. He shot every Tarantino movie since Kill Bill. So it looks, it doesn't look that great, but it doesn't matter how it looks, because the movie is just about, it's like a Social Network kind of business movie, or like The Big Short kind of movie. Matt Damon is the reason to see this movie. Matt Damon's performance is everything in this movie. His belief, his need to sign Michael Jordan is like his belief in, it's like him trying to get his soul back or something. Like, he believes so much in Michael Jordan that if he doesn't sign him, he'll have no reason to live. Like, this is his everything. And he makes the movie. Everybody else is good, you know. Jason Bateman is Jason Bateman. Marlon Wayne shows up. Chris Tucker is good. You don't really see Michael Jordan in the movie. They kind of play him from behind, like he's, you know, like a mysterious sort of entity. The secret supporting actor, secret weapon guy, is Matthew Maurer, who was recently in the movie Funny Pages. He's hilarious. He plays the shoe designer. This is a really good movie. This is a very entertaining movie. It's, like I said, it's not perfect. It's not cool. It's kind of lame, but it's not boring. And Matt Damon and Ben Affleck know how to write a fucking screenplay. Like, I thought The Last Duel was really good. This movie's good. This is the perfect movie to watch on an airplane. It's the perfect movie to stream. It's going to be on Amazon Prime, so it's not super hip. It's not super cool. It's, you know, it's about shoes. It's about the 80s. They're signing Michael Jordan. You know, it's very corporate, but I liked it. I was entertained. I gave it 4 stars, maybe more. Maybe honestly, it's more of like a 3.5 star movie, but goddamn, Matt Damon is good in this movie.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Boom Talk. Today, teaching myself to make a homemade blasting cap. And if this works, it'll be step 1. making our own improvised explosive.
Might be headed to Texas for the winter.
What's in Texas?
Just a project.
What kind of project?
Try to stop a pipeline from being built on my property. Poisons the air, water.
Damn, this place is sick. You guys cooking meth in here?
You ready to start working?
We have to show how vulnerable the oil industry is by hitting something big.
Michael, what do you think the odds are we blow ourselves up?
I don't really care.
How to Blow Up a Pipeline 2022. Director Daniel Goldhaber. Writers Ariella Bearer, Jordan Sajol, Daniel Goldhaber. This movie is straight up propaganda. This movie is so fucking weird. I didn't know anything about it. I saw the trailer. I didn't think it looked that good. I was just like, okay, low budget indie movie, bunch of Zoomers running around. You know, not my thing. My brother saw it and he was like, that movie was so fucking good. And then I went on Letterboxd and a bunch of the mutual people I follow, they were giving it like 4 stars, 4.5 stars. I didn't read any reviews. I went to the AMC, used my AMC A-list fucking pass, which is how I saw all these movies. So, you know, I'm not spending real money to watch these. I'm spending a monthly fee. So I took a risk. I saw it, and it's a weird-ass movie. This movie is trying so hard to have a message and be important and to tell young and environmentalists, like, you should consider blowing up a pipeline or disrupting the system, and you can make a change. Like, this movie is propaganda. Like, when you listen to the interviews with the filmmakers, they think they're like, yeah, you know, we have to move beyond documentaries. We have to get into fiction. We have to, like, save the world because, you know, the oil companies are destroying the planet. And I agree with them, but I just don't think that helps their movie. Like, the movie works best when it's a thriller. The movie works best when there's like a person making a bomb or setting up a bomb, or the tension of detonating a bomb, or someone comes along and there's like a guard and they're scared and they're hiding behind a bush. It's like, the movie works best as a thriller. The movie betrays itself when it's trying to make a point, when it's trying to make a message. And like I said, I didn't read any reviews. I didn't know anything about it. So as the movie was playing along, I kind of realized, like, oh, this is trying to, like, this movie's preaching to the choir. Like, I don't think anyone is really seeing this movie who doesn't already know what it is or who these people are or what the message is. So I don't think it didn't really work for me. I mean, it didn't work at all. It was actually annoying, like, what they were trying to do. But like I said, there are some tense moments. It's fast, it moves quickly. It's not that boring. It's kind of entertaining. But yeah, man, people are really overhyping this movie. It is okay. And also these actors, you know, here's a little spoiler that's annoying. Like, they totally get one over on the FBI, and I just don't buy it at all. Like, for them to do this and to not deal with the consequences realistically, I just don't. I think it hurts the movie. It's like, the FBI agents in this movie are stupid. It's totally unbelievable what happens at the end of the movie. All of these characters should have been killed by the FBI or rotting in prison at the end. Like, it's just a childish movie ultimately. And, you know, the director seems to have a pretty good handle on what he's doing. Here's a funny anecdote. I told my brother that Air was better than this movie, and he was just like, what? No way, man. That I'm not going to see a movie about Nikes. Or he said his friend was like, I would never watch a movie like Air. How to Blow Up a Pipeline. That's the real shit. And it's like, you know, the director of How to Blow Up a Pipeline went to Harvard, and Ben Affleck is a college dropout. Like, I don't think this movie is that anti-elite. So, I don't know. I said that was a funny story, but it wasn't funny. I bombed. Get it? I bombed. I blew up. I died. So, yeah, I would give How to Blow Up a Pipeline 2.5 stars. It's not boring. It's kind of annoying. There is talent behind the scenes, you know? It's interesting. I'll watch the next movie these people make. I might even watch the first movie this guy directed, Cam, on Netflix. So, yeah, 2.5 stars, kind of mixed feelings. But you could do a lot worse.
What's up, sis?
I had the most beautiful dream.
It was the perfect day. And all I could think about was how much I wanted to cut you all open and then climb inside your bodies. So that we could stay one happy family.
Evil Dead Rise 2023. Directed by Lee Cronin. Written by Lee Cronin. This is what I guess you would say is the 5th Evil Dead movie. This is the second one, not directed by Sam Raimi. This movie is very similar to the Evil Dead remake, which is in that it needs Bruce Campbell. I'm sorry, but Deadites, zombies, whatever the fuck these guys are, demons. Without Bruce Campbell, you just have a Lamberto Bava Demons movie. This movie is honestly closer to Demons 2 than any Evil Dead movie. And Demons 2 is obviously a ripoff of Evil Dead. This movie is about a family. It's a single mother, her 3 daughters, or one of the daughters is like non-binary or trans, but it's played by an actress. Then her sister comes over. There is an earthquake in the building. A bank vault is discovered. There are secret recordings on a vinyl album that is played on a DJ equipment, or the DJ daughter plays it on her fucking turntable, and all hell breaks loose. There are these like neighbor guys who show up. They have no arc. They're just killed. Everybody in this movie is just killed. And it's very graphic, it's very violent, but they spend like half an hour setting up all the characters, and all this setup and all these characters are just, it's just a waste because they're all so bland and boring. No one in this movie has any charisma. It feels like these characters are set up to be interesting in the way that like a Friday the 13th shitty sequel has interesting characters. Like, these are not interesting characters. We need some good actors in this fucking movie. Like, Don't Breathe. That's a movie Sam Raimi produced. That movie has Stephen Lang as a blind guy killing fools who show up in his house. He has, like, it's very graphic. It's very dark. It's, you know, generic. But because you have this one actor, it just elevates the whole thing. There are some cool ideas in this movie, but Evil Dead Rise, it's so fast-paced. They cut it to the bone. I mean, it just is moving so fast. Nothing really feels real or settles, or like the pacing. I don't know. It's like they don't want to make it boring, and so they cut everything so fast that it feels boring, that it feels false, that it doesn't feel real. And then the ending... This is a lame-ass Evil Dead ending, if I ever saw one. Like, every Evil Dead movie, whether it's Army of Darkness, Evil Dead 2, Evil Dead, all the good ones, I don't remember the ending for the remake. They always have, like, a downer of an ending. This one has this fucking lame-ass happy-go-lucky ending that they try to put a twist on it, but... I don't know. It feels like a watered-down Evil Dead movie. Now, it was made for HBO Max, and then they're releasing it theatrically, and it's doing pretty well. It is better than your standard HBO Max garbage. So it's like, given the resources, time, budget, everything, I'm sure they're elevating what this movie is. I'm sure this is, like, obviously it's doing better than they hoped because they're putting it out in the fucking movie theater. But it's kind of, I'm a hardcore Evil Dead fan, so I'm judgy. You know, Evil Dead is, for me, better than Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street. It's better than Halloween. Like, I love John Carpenter's Halloween. The sequels are pretty good, 2 and 3, and then I kind of don't care. Like, Evil Dead there's 3 movies directed by Sam Raimi. There's 3 movies with Bruce Campbell. Like, those 3 movies stand up better than any horror movie franchise. So I'm judging it harshly. I give it 1.5 stars. That seems low, but I think we need a range on ratings, you know? Like, if you watch Air, you will definitely think that is way more entertaining than this movie. Or even Beau is Afraid is more creative than this movie. So, yeah, 1.5 stars. There's worse movies, but there's better movies, and you should be watching a better movie. So yeah, I think that's going to do it. Remember to follow us on Twitter, Men on Film Pod. Remember to follow us on Twitter, Men on Film Pod. Follow me on Twitter, at William Mendoza. Follow Ryan and Adam on Twitter. I forget their fucking names. But yeah, we have a new episode next week. We'll be reviewing Rolling Thunder, directed by John Flynn, starring William Devane. One of the best revenge movies ever made. So yeah, let me know what you think of this. Retweet this fucking post. Subscribe. Give us a review. Give us a 5-star review in iTunes. We need traction, people. We need to get this fucking podcast out. If you like it, tell us you like it. You know? Send us nude pictures. Post yourself listening to this podcast naked, covered in blood. Like, do something for the love of God to get us to go viral. Please, we need your help. Thank you. Goodbye.